Hi, families. Today, what we've started is we are working on decimal place value in Unit 2 of our math fifth grade curriculum. So, this is a new unit for students that tends to be a little more tricky of a concept to understand. In this unit, students have built up before now to know that this base 10 block, let me circle it for you, always thought this one equaled 1,000. Now, when we move on to decimal place value, we learned that the different base 10 blocks can represent any place as long as they go in order after. So what we're starting right now is we're teaching the students that the big block of base 10 blocks is worth 1. And then we move on behind the decimal where we have a flat equals 1/10, a rod equals 1/100th, and a cube that is equal to 1,000th. Now, as I said, it could really start in any place, but the students need to understand how, as we move along with base 10 blocks, the size of the base 10 blocks goes 10 times greater as we move to the left, or we divide by 10 each time as we move to the right. So for example, on this bottom representation, we're showing that the big cube is equal to the tens place, where as we move over, 10 times less are the flats that are in the ones place, and the rods are 10 times less that are in the tenths place, and the small cubes are 10 times less in the hundredths place. Now, one thing you're hearing me say a lot right now is that 10 times greater or 10 times less. Let me explain why. Now, let me X out of my annotations. As you see, we have our place value chart that shows as our number, I'm so sorry guys, I'm trying to click my annotation tool. As my number gets bigger, it's 10 times greater. If we go 2 places over, it's times 10 times 10, which 10 times 10 is equal to 100, so it's 100 times greater. If we move 3 places over, it would be 1,000 times greater. So as we move to the left makes more. It represents our multiplication. It shows making more or repeated addition. But if we move 1 place over, we are dividing by 10 because it's 10 times less. We're moving down. As we move over to the right reduces. It is division. It creates less for the students. It's also repeated subtraction. So as I said, 1 place over is divided by 10. 2 places over would be divided by 100. 3 places over would be divided by 1,000, and so on. Just multiplying 10 each time to get that number. As long as you remember, moving to the right is divided by 10 each place. Moving to the left is multiplying by 10 for each place. Now you might be wondering, why are we talking about 10 times greater and 10 times less? And that's a great question. Now let's say we're starting with the number 1 and 4,500. Now on this place value guide, we have a very big obnoxious decimal point. We've told the students that's just there to show them where the decimal point is. Normally when we write it, we put a small decimal point, not that big obnoxious one. So if we're starting with 1 and 4,500 and we're multiplying times 10, what that means is the students will shift the numbers, not the decimal point. The decimal point does not change places, but we shift the digits to the left 1 place. So let me change my color to show you. Multiplying times 10 means we're moving that digit 1 place over. So if we're doing 1 and 4,500 times 10, it would be 14 and 5/10. Let's say we're doing 14 and 5/10 times 100. That means we're going to shift those numbers to the left 2 places because 10 times 10 is 100. So 1, 2. So our 1 would end here. 1, 2. Our 4 would end here. Oh, I'm sorry, not that one. 1, 2, our 5 would end here. Now this place that's left open in front of the decimal needs a 0. We're teaching the students to keep that decimal point just to remember that place value. So behind it can go another 0. Now, that's for multiplying when we're moving to the left with our digits. But with division, we're moving the opposite way. So let's say we have 1 and 45 hundredths again. We're dividing by 10. What that means is we have 1 45 hundredths. We're going to shift those digits to the right. It's just one place since we're multiplying times 10. I'm sorry, dividing by 10. So 1, 4, 5. Our answer, or a quotient, is 145 thousandths. Now, let's say we want to now divide it by 100. So let's start with 1 and 45 hundredths and divide by 100. So again, we have 1 45 hundredths. Going to shift those digits to the right since division means reduce or right reduce. So we know since we're doing it by 2 zeros, 100, it's going to go 2 places. 1, 2, our 1 goes there. 1, 2. I'm sorry, I missed a place somewhere. Oh, I went too far over. So 1, now 1, 2, our 4 goes here. And then 1, 2, our 5 goes there. Now again, we have an open place right here between that 1 and that decimal. We're going to fill it in with a 0. So our answer or our quotient would be 145 10,000ths. But we stick to just the thousandth in 5th grade. Now, I know that's a lot of information at once. So if you have any questions, please reach out to your homeroom teacher. Your math teacher for support. Hope you guys have a great day.